4, 3, 2, 1. This is Deducter bringing you set 3 of KT versus Airforce Ace. The score is tied 1-1. In this match, we have Crazy Hydra as the Zerg player playing for KT. He's the brown Zerg at the 11 o'clock position, and we have Piano, aka Oregon, as the red Terran at the 5 o'clock position playing for Airforce Ace. Neither player particularly good. Crazy Hydra is okay-ish as a Zerg. Piano, not the best Terran either. So it's hard to say what exactly might happen. This map is Circuit Breaker, by the way. I believe it's fairly even in TVZ. So this will be somewhat interesting to watch, hopefully. If the Air Force player here, Piano, can come up with something clever again. Like, I just can't stop talking about that game 1 between Peace and Hydra there. That was the exciting stuff to watch. So here's hoping that there's something clever Piano has prepared in store for us today. So looks like here are some Korean signs. I have no idea what these are saying, unfortunately. Here we have a shot of Piano again. So Piano not going for anything crazy. Looks like because they are in cross-map positions, the Overlord Scout will reach Piano second. I imagine that Crazy Hydra is going to send out a drone scout too after his 12 hatch. That's what a lot of Zerg players do these days anyway. So Piano looks like he's sending out his SEV. Piano getting a barracks. Nothing crazy coming from Piano here. I think that is well, it's hard to say. Too many crazy games and craziness lose their craziness. Rather, too many crazy games, too much insanity, and you can't tell the sane apart from the insane anymore, and then it would be disappointing. So that would be no good. Looks like Crazy Hydra with his drone not scouting Piano. The Overlord has not scouted Piano either, so now he knows that it's cross-map positions. Surely he's still bringing his drone down. He wants to see what exactly is going on, of course, what Piano is doing, have an idea of what build he's going for. Piano is going to get a Marine out, and he's going to be able to ward away this drone. Crazy Hydra is sending 2 drones there to mess with that SCV, one of which puts down the 3rd hatchery in his base. Crazy Hydra sees Marine and is forced to pull his drone back. He needs to be a bit careful of his Overlord too in the middle of the field. Needs to move that over a cliff or something in case Piano here decides to push out with 2 or 3 Marines to try to snipe that Overlord. That would be bad. It looks like a very early tech build coming. Oh wait, no. So the extractor is putting the natural here for Crazy Hydra, not in his main. So never mind about that. Piano here with 2 Marines at the front of his base. He's putting down bunker quite early. In fact, he seems a bit paranoid about some sort of early attack. But with his SEV scout, surely he must know that there's nothing coming anytime soon, so I don't know why he put down that bunker. Oh, that's a supply depot. Apologize about that too. So that makes a lot more sense, actually. Supply depot blockading the front, always a good place to put it. And of course, what am I saying? Why would he get a bunker this early? Early engineering bay, though, going down for Piano, so that is something to note. He's going to get that +1 upgrade very soon, very fast, and I see a lot of Terran players doing that these days, getting +1 upgrade fast. With that, you can really do some serious damage to any sort of muleless attacks. So, and Zerg really can't afford to upgrade the Carapace on either ground or air that early, especially not both. I don't think I've seen too many games where Zerg upgrade air Carapace anymore. They usually get the ground Carapace fairly early on, though. Is still usually later than the +1 that would come from the Terran. So, looks like 2 extractors now for Crazy Hydra here, he's going to be able to have some Mulus out. Crazy Hydra not the best with Mulus, unfortunately. Here's hoping that he gives a better performance. And again, Piano with SCV Scout sneaking into Crazy Hydra's base. Crazy Hydra does not appear to care about these scouts. I always think that's a bit silly. You know, killing off the scout is always a good thing. Even if your opponent assumes you're going for what is going to be like the 90% standard build, being able to cause doubt and confusion in your opponent is always a good thing. That's sort of the key here for, I think, high-level players. So someone like Bisu, for instance, lives and dies on his scout. Looks like four barracks going down for Piano here. So he is going for a fast early push with infantry. I think this is probably a good move by Piano, assuming he has good infantry control. Crazy Hydra with a good number of speedlings out, so he is going to be able to counter this as long as he has good control over his Mulus. Piano is, I'm assuming he's hoping to be able to push out with an early group of Medic Marines and try to snipe the third base, or at least do significant damage to any sort of Mulus attack that's coming, picking off the Muta, so making sure his infantry can't get caught by a Muta-Ling surround attack. That's sort of the bane of all Terrans these days. Now with 4 medics and a bunch of Marines pushing out from Piano here, I don't think this is going to bother Crazy Hydra at all. His Spire surely is finished now, and he should have Mulus arriving, or morphing and arriving shortly. He's also put down his Hydralisk Den earlier, or rather, he just put it down a bit ago, so he's going to have lurkers too. Mulus now flying out for Crazy Hydra. Missile turrets going up for Piano here. I think he should be fine because, well, let's see how aggressive Crazy Hydra is. If he goes in with the Mulus immediately, he may yet be able to catch the turrets, and looks like +1 upgrade finish for the Marines, +1 attack, of course. But no, Crazy Hydra is going to be delayed by these Marines, and the turrets should be able to all finish without too much of a problem. Crazy Hydra there successfully baiting a stem. He's coming, losing a Muta. Ouch, he didn't want that. He's trying to pick away at these medics, not too successful, baiting a second stem. It doesn't look like Piano is going to push out too much with his forces there. He's quite worried about some sort of attack. Crazy Hydra does have his third base up. This bridge is dangerous territory. But Crazy Hydra electing not to attack over the bridge. He might be coming for some sort of Ling run-by with a huge force of Lings. He's going to go for the main base of Piano here. This is a pretty good attack coming for Crazy Hydra. He needs to be able to run in and pick off some of these missile turrets, but so many Lings dead to the fast infantry push. And this is the thing about 4 barracks. You can just build so many Medic Marines. I feel with only like 2 or even 3 barracks, that attack would have been very successful. Piano not really worried at all. He's moving all his Medic Marines out to going to counterattack Crazy Hydra, and this could be serious trouble if Crazy Hydra does not have lurkers or Sunkens. I feel he needs to morph 2 or 3 Sunkens at his front and get some lurkers there to defend. Crazy Hydra, fortunately, with decent Mulus control in the middle, delaying Piano's infantry, and that was critical. Piano still with a very dangerous force of infantry, but I feel Crazy Hydra should be fine as long as he doesn't screw up the micro too much more. Crazy Hydra retreating with Mulus, wisely deciding to preserve his forces. He'll definitely need to not throw away these Mulus needlessly. They're going to be quite useful to deal with this M&M push coming up. Crazy Hydra trying to use the bridge here to his advantage, doing an okay job, but losing a few too many Mulus. So much for an okay job. He just lost like 4 or 5 Mulus there, so that was pretty bad. Piano with a huge infantry army. Crazy Hydra, fortunately, with lurkers on the ramp. And Piano may elect to try to break anyway. I'm hoping Crazy Hydra has 2 lurkers. If he only has 1, he might be in trouble here. But it doesn't look like Piano's going to be able to break. Crazy Hydra needs to be a bit careful with his Mulus there and not lose them. He's trying to unite 2 separate forces. Mulus looks like Piano's going anyway with his Medic Marines, I don't. He's managed to kill the lurker. Crazy Hydra with more lurkers coming out, but I'm not sure this is gonna work. It's a very close battle here. One of the lurkers go down, the second lurker goes down, and Crazy Hydra is in desperate trouble. The fans are cheering, it appears, for Airforce Ace. Airforce Ace has tons of fans, and these Medic Marines and the lurkers are just bypassing one another. Sort of the battle of the not so great players. Not paying attention there at all. These two Crazy Hydra not doing well at all this game. And he's going to lose his third base, and I fear with that he's going to lose the game. And this is quite unfortunate for Crazy Hydra. I think he was a little too arrogant. And usually what you have is 2 lurkers on the ramp for defense. 2 lurkers, Medic Marines are going to have very, very hard time pushing up. Or without at least taking absurd casualty. 1 lurker, not really the way to go. And Crazy Hydra also not with the best meatless micro. I think it was adequate, but he just seemed too arrogant. Crazy Hydra does have Hive and Defilers mount up. If he can utilize Defilers well, he may be able to fight his way back into this game. Maybe. Airforce Ace players, of course, I fear the later the game goes, the lesser their advantage becomes, or rather the bigger the gulf between the skill level of the Airforce Ace and the normal pro gamers. However, Piano has demonstrated to me this game that he's doing quite well. He's got a huge army in the middle. He's got reasonably good control over his Medic Marines. He needs a science vessel, I feel. Crazy Hydra needs to be a bit careful of these lurkers. He needs some Ling escorts and Defilers, obviously. With Defilers and Swarm, there's not much that Piano can do to break Crazy Hydra's front. Crazy Hydra cleverly with a Nidus Canal over some creek beds disappearing and building his second hatchery again at the 7 o'clock position. And he can reestablish that base and get it mining again. He'll actually be back into this game. Still at a disadvantage, of course, due to how much he lost early on, but he'll have a good fighting chance. He's just trying to delay as much as possible with these lurkers, losing quite a few to siege tank fire, not really backing up quite enough. Crazy Hydra picking off that science vessel critically with a pair of Scourge. That was critical. With that science vessel down, he should be able to hold out for a bit with the Defiler. But however, Piano has an absolutely massive army. Crazy Hydra needs to be careful and not get his Defiler sniped. It looks like he might be choosing to push out. I'm not sure whether this is wise. He's got a swarm down, and these lurkers are going to be able to pick off one of the tanks. But Piano's managed to withdraw most of his army back to his 2 other tanks. And it looks like Crazy Hydra, bad lurker control. He loses a lot of them just to Medic Marine fire. They are not even burrowed. And I think Crazy Hydra only has like the 1 lurker left. I think Piano is going to win this game. He's in pretty dominant position so far. He's also transitioning to mech, it looks like, but Crazy Hydra just in all sorts of trouble, not with the best control of his units this game. Piano sending out a second force of mech marines to attack 7 o'clock. This time Piano's managed to preserve his science vessel critically. That's going to help. There are so many vultures. They're coming in. They're picking off one of the Defilers, and the second one is irradiated, and Crazy Hydra not looking happy there at all. He knows he's in desperate trouble here. Without Defilers, there's pretty much nothing Crazy Hydra can do to hold this off. These vultures in the back executing drones at will here. Good play by Piano this game, and I don't know, Crazy Hydra just sort of falling apart. Nidus getting killed. That's GG. Surely that's GG. This lurker here trying to GG coming from Crazy Hydra. Very, very unfortunate play here from the KT player. Airforce Ace actually up 2-1 now. Excellent play by Piano. Going